Those of you that have watched, because I've done so many different videos that have covered so much of what is represented by everything that I experience, that I thus record, and thus I share with all of you something that's actually already happened. But I listen to music in the morning, and usually when I get up in the morning and the sun is out, a lot gurgles to the top. You know what I'm saying? Where I do a self-reflection of why we're here, which is a salvage mission. It's an evac mission. And so it's been difficult since I was a small child of things that I know about myself, the truth, the absolute truth. And because I'm very thoroughly familiar with victimizer. And I'll give you some examples, because you know how it is when you play the devil's advocate. Because I just went through this exercise a few minutes ago, and I thought, well, I'm gonna share this with others. What I was just experiencing, being me, just communicating out loud to the cosmos. All there is, and just putting on my record, right? Because it's the truth. Because I know why I'm here. And that is that. And this is when you get into, for example, the movie with The Matrix. Remember Neo? It's all your fault, Neo. That's victimizer. Okay? Force against force. So they're not experiencing being one, equal unto all the other ones. That's the problem. That's the core of the problem. And that's what leads to what? Control. Over units. And what is a unit? A unicycle. A uni. UNI, UNIT, UNSE, a unit of energy. They can't let go. They want to hold on to electrons, which is control. They can't just let go and surrender every electron to be an eternal server. I am an eternal server. I am always in service, forever and always in service. So whatever I'm manifesting into creation is born out of what I am, which is what love is. See, so that makes it easy to translate the visual train, if you will, or why we're here. Right? So I thought about this. It would be easy for me to blame the founder races. It would be easy for me to blame the inner Echo core, the first flame. The still point. It's your fault, Neil. You're the first flame. You came first. You're an eternal being. You're an eternal spirit. You're a creation engine that goes on forever. Look what happened to me. You didn't protect me from myself, from my cells. The cells. The cells are not equal. The cells are not experiencing being equal unto each other, where every living spirit is experiencing what love is. Right? And so, because Jason and I had this conversation yesterday. Why would God ever allow something like this to get this bad? Right? And so that's a simple answer. Okay? It's called the speed at which we learn to become one. Now you're one with the first one, the inner core eternal CPU power unit, the eternal power supply. So when you're always with the eternal power supply, breathing the still point, experiencing being in perfect atmospheric balance, then the mind's energy is in perfect balance on the vertical and the horizontal and the actual spin rotation of a sphere of light, the spirit that is in the light. Experiencing being one, equal unto all the other spirits, because all the other living spirits are equal unto all the living spirits, which are all sacred sun temples. And that's basic hydrologic. So even when I was a child, it's simple to translate because it's simple how it works. the first core power supply of consciousness, the purest consciousness, which is pure spirit. So we're not breathing any dirty energy. Right? And so everything is fine. So I do everything I can to just keep it a simple translation. That's why I remember I did a video, a number of them, but I inserted the truth about when I was a child growing up. What happened to me? Because I'm everything you are is everything I am that I'm gifting love to. So it happened to you, then it happened to me. Because there is no separation between the one and all creation. So anything that you experience, I experience. Because I have access to that record. Which is called an access key. Which is the first access key, which is the Entadoe, the first door. The door is always open. Which means the first signal is always on. That is a fully open cosmic level transceiver. The stereo transceiver. The bioneural network. The first bioneural network. Right? And so I never, when I was a child, I admit, I let a lot of people off the hook. You know what I'm saying? But you know why that is. Because time is energy. In a time field, when you got a job to do. Don't waste your energy on that. Don't waste any time on that. Don't waste any time on that. That takes too much time and energy. And besides that, you already know that's a waste of time. To waste any energy with that unit of consciousness, trying to explain them and have something work, because they're perverted, which is inverted and upside down. So you know how a psychopathic parasite operates. It is never going to admit the truth about itself, what it is. As an energetic vampire. The 55 plasma wave. The feeder lines. Endocrine disruptors. That unit of consciousness, that type of consciousness, the units of energy that is represented by those units of energy that are self-aware of what it is that they are in energy, will never take accountability and responsibility for what it is they've done. How are they ever going to be able to give it back? They can't give it back. That's why that's futile. Think about it. With the birth certificate system, the solar bonded codes, the solar codes, the identity codes, the biometric identity codes, the scanning of the codes, the actuarial tables that they use to monetize what it is that you're worth as a battery slave. I know. So how long does it take to become a server? By being with the first server. Now we're all experiencing being loved. Now we're all learning at the highest rate of speed. So we're not doing anything and expecting a different result. We already know what the result is going to be. It's going to be a reflection of what we are, which is what love is, goes on forever. So wherever love is, we are. So we're always experiencing eternity. That's a God world echo map. Everything is alive. There isn't anything that isn't alive. Because everything that it is everything that I am. So I'm not noticing any difference in speed. Because we're all breathing as one. With the first one. With the first breath of Kamaluati. That's how simple it is. And children can learn that by experiencing eternal love when they are born out of the first star. Have a beautiful day. All the stars.